Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martin Foster. I am an Air Force veteran and host of Passing the Torch podcast. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of doing red carpet interviews at the Military and Veteran Entertainment Awards here at the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles. To my right is an actor, David Meadows. I'm going to read something about you, and this is I'm super excited to talk with you. The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. Carl Young, joining me and looking very dapper in his Men's Warehouse tux. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're looking very sharp. An old school dude in a modern world.
Yeah.
Navy SEAL actor, nominated tonight for your role for Logan in Hollywood Grit. How excited are you about that?
Martin, that's beyond, and really what it is I think I'm just so proud of the team, of everybody that was on Hollywood Grit, all the veterans. We had over 220 some people, 70 some veterans, all came together to make this thing. And for us to get recognition onto our production and so much stuff from the esteemed judges of the MV Awards is really an honor.
And Hollywood Grit is nominated in 4 categories. You're nominated in Best Supporting Actor, and then, of course, 3 other categories. Again, just how proud does that make you?
Again, it's amazing. I mean, everybody came together from Ryan Curtis, our director, and co-wrote it with his writing partner, Christina. Ryan, of course, directing, is up for Best Director. He also just got an Emmy nomination here recently. So it's absolutely unbelievable for everyone to come together and for us to get some recognition onto our little project. And with so many accolades is truly an honor.
No, that's awesome. The title sounds personal. What does grit mean to you?
Oh, that's a great question. Grit is, to me, is really one of the biggest things that it takes to just make it and to create your own life and your own fulfillment in the world, whether you're in the military or the entertainment industry or really whatever it is. But things happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things don't go the way that we, portrayed it into our minds or anything like that. And the ability to get knocked down and set back again and again and again, and then to ultimately rise, persevere, learn, and grow from that is truly what grit means to me. It is, we talk a lot about it in the SEAL teams, but I think it's just one of those universally applicable skill sets in life that everybody should just adopt.
Yeah, 100%. Well said. You have operated in 2 worlds that demand authenticity, the teams in Hollywood. Which one is harder to earn respect in?
Oh, man, I think it's respect in a different way, really. But I think you hit the nail on the head. It comes down to authenticity in both things and kind of just doing things your own way, treating other people well, and being honorable, standing by your word, doing what you say you're going to do, and always showing up, giving your best, and living and learning and always trying to get better on every single thing. Whether you're in the military or spec ops community or in the entertainment industry, I've yet to find any place where those kind of qualities weren't a place that earned you respect.
Yeah, right on, man. Just last couple questions. What role has pushed you furthest out of your comfort zone?
That's also a very tough question. Every single role that I've been called on to do and have been honored enough to be a part of has demanded something a little bit different of me. I think that's one of the magics of acting, is acting coming from an authentic place is really all about finding different shades of yourself. It's not putting on a performance, it's finding something within and then letting that out. And sometimes those areas, the vulnerable, the nasty, the dark, the this, that, aren't things that people are necessarily proud of. They're not the things that we want to run around showing every single day at a gala or something like that. But Logan Cowboy in Hollywood Grit demanded a really unique blend of attributes. It was a very close to home role. You can tell it's always written by your good friends that like, dude, this is you and we need to bring this out. And I think that when people see the movie, Cowboy has this unique quality to him where kind of the frenemy, kind of the guy where you don't really know, but at the end has the heart of gold and ultimately is the good guy and comes to the table with a lot of heart and authenticity to him.
I love it. Carl, I opened up with a quote about Carl Young because you had this on your Instagram. And that's where I got that quote.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you. Do you think military service helped you discover who you are before Hollywood tried to define you?
Another great question. You should do this for a living. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's told you that or
no,
not.
This is actually you are like my first red carpet interview.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a podcast.
No one would tell.
I appreciate that. So I've had a podcast for 8 years and I'm a military veteran. I just retired on November 1st of
Thank you
last
for your
year.
service.
Yeah, I appreciate that. 23 years.
Even if the Air Force.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yes,
you know.
but it's I tried to get into the Navy, but it didn't work out. But anyways, it worked out for me over in the end. But yeah, I love this. I poured my heart and soul into this. So the fact I had the honor just interviewing veterans on the red carpet tonight, just highlighting their actions in the entertainment community. I mean, I'm so thrilled to be here. And again, you were my first red carpet interview.
You would never be able to tell. Well done, sir.
I
Well done.
appreciate that.
What was the question?
Yeah. So, do you think military service helped you discover who you are before Hollywood tried to define you?
I think that that's one of the great things about military service is ultimately it forces people to grow up to learn those tools, grit, authenticity, living by your word, doing what you say you're going to, all of those sorts of things. And I think that that's one of the things that sadly in a lot of the world and in normal culture today are some of the things that are kind of going by the wayside. And so, yes, I think that being in the military and, you know, being fortunate enough to be in the spec ops community and serving times over at some of the SMUs, really it brings that out of who are you? And are you going to stand up and be somebody and actually show up when it counts and not just when it's convenient? We had a statement in the in SEAL team selection. Everyone wants to be a frogman, a SEAL on Friday, right? When you're in the bar and you're hanging out and you're doing this or you're doing that, but how many people actually want to do the job? They want to show up when there's no glamour.
Yeah.
There's just sweat, tears, and blood. And when are you going to show up for that? You know, what do you have to bring?
That actually ties into the question about grit. Do you think Hollywood grit is really a story about identity under pressure?
Yeah, and yes, it is. That's again, it's almost like you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
It's 100%. And when society and when pressure and when everything's pulling people in person in a particular way, when the fear is mounting, when the failure is mounting, when that pressure is building, who are you at your core, and who are you ultimately going to choose to be when it's a real choice, not when it's an easy, convenient, everything's fine and dandy, but when you really have something on the line, how do you show up? You know.
Love it. Last question. In both the Hollywood, military and Hollywood, people can get labeled quickly. How do you stay grounded in who you really are?
I look back at that. That's a lot of what my journey, both as a SEAL and now as an actor. I've had the incredible fortune of training at some very, very good theater schools throughout the years. And that was one of the things that all of my teachers always tried to pull out was they were like, it's you.
Yeah.
You are you. And really acting training is really a study and an understanding of the self and getting down inside of there and figuring out who you ultimately are. And I think that those skill sets, when we get out into Hollywood and everyone's trying to tell you who you should be or what the flavor of the week is and all that, and that's a trap, because that's not you. One of my favorite quotes about acting is somebody's like, why would you ever try to be a second-rate version of somebody else rather than the most authentic first-rate version of yourself? And again, we say that from acting, but I think that that's something that's applicable in regular life too. We have social media, we have a world that we have nowadays, and everyone's looking exterior going, who do I need to be? What do people want me to be? What am I supposed to think, want, like, believe, all that sort of stuff. But the real power, the real magic lies in standing back and going, that's for you.
Yeah.
This is for me.
David, your answers were phenomenal. Thank you so much for taking time just to speak with me. Good luck tonight. I hope you win. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for being, again, my first interview.
Absolutely.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Foster, Air Force veteran and host of Passing the Torch podcast. There's a lot of celebrities and people in the entertainment industry here tonight, but the person I'm most excited to talk with tonight is this person to my right, newly minted, Emmy nominated. Yeah, congrats on that, man.
Dude, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so excited. We find out in a couple weeks, so I could not be more proud of like my whole team and everyone involved. And so it's really a cool thing to say that now. You know?
And you just found out today, right?
I found out. I think the end of last week. I found out we got the.
Ryan, I'm so freaking proud of you, man.
Dude.
Like between that and Hollywood Grit is nominated in 4 awards tonight, 4 categories. How proud are you of that?
Dude, I'm just so excited and want to be conscious of this community is so great.
Yeah.
The veteran community just supports and surrounds, us and especially me as a veteran filmmaker and all the people involved in our film. There's so many vets on set, both in front and behind camera. And so this really is a veteran film to its core. And so to have the community recognize us is just really special. And I feel so privileged to be here. Seriously.
What does the word grit mean to you?
Man, we're in the thick of it right now, which is like constantly you getting pushed down and getting back up and pushed down again, and just having that grit and that soul and that drive to like continually push forward and do the things that we want to do, which is storytelling, which is messaging to other vets like you, which is just like getting out there and being able to do it over and over again and survive. This world is crazy, man. Entertainment is tough. And it's extra tough for veterans because we come in much later than most people into this world. And so I'm just really proud of the whole team that we got here, which is really cool.
So Hollywood has a way of just labeling people. What's your advice, or how do you make sure you didn't let the Hollywood label shape and define who you truly were?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the messages that I'm hoping that if I get a chance to accept an award or anything tonight, my message to everybody in this community, the veterans, is that we're more than just our military stories. We're more than just our military background. We have full lives, and we can tell stories in any way, shape, or form. This movie is one of those things that we did. Hey, yes, we're veterans. Yes, we made this movie, but it has nothing to do with our military story. And so I want to prove to Hollywood that we can do more than just those PTSD stories, those sad stories, because we are full humans, and being a veteran is just one part of our lives.
Yeah, love it. In an industry built around image, what does authenticity mean to you?
Dude, authenticity it's everything,
Yeah.
right? Because, you see through it, whether it's film, whether it's the human, like you can kind of instantly pick that up. That meter is strong coming out of the military. I know you know that for sure.
Yeah.
When my favorite type of people, and I talk with my wife about this all the time, Nikki Howard, and she's just so phenomenal because she's funny and an actress and comedian herself.
She's beautiful.
It's the most beautiful, and I'm so lucky. But like our favorite type of people are people that are authentically themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you have that and you are just cool with who you are and you are authentically yourselves, and that's the way you tell stories, that's going to come through. So authenticity is the most important thing as the foundation for everything.
Last question. You were on my podcast about 6 months ago now, which is crazy. You said in that podcast that when I asked you who you look like, it was a combination of John Hamm, Justin Timberlake, and Hugh Jackman. This is actually the first time I've seen you without a hat, by the way. So I didn't recognize you at first. So I was like,
who is this guy?
Yeah, who is this guy? Who's that?
Dude, I'm getting this hair is long right now. I'm doing some music stuff right now. So I'm like, maybe I'll try to grow in the hair. I've never had it this long before.
So I know you haven't thought about this, but I'm going to put you on the spot. What actor do I look like?
You do a little bit like John Cryer.
Get out. No, I'm no.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been told that.
If he did a High and Tight,
okay.
I like young John Cryer.
Bye, baby.
And he was masculine.
Okay.
Who do you get?
I mean, I was hoping like The Rock or Ryan Gosling or something. So, hey, in all seriousness, Ryan, good luck tonight, man. I'm seriously pulling for you and Hollywood Grit and David Meadows and for Best Supporting Actor. But I'm just so freaking proud of you. It's awesome to see someone who poured so much of their heart and soul. And I watched the movie, and it's just you could feel it, man. It's grit is the perfect word.
Thank you.
So again, just congratulations on everything and best of luck to you,
dude. Thank you so much. It truly means a lot. And congrats to you, man, because I keep seeing you everywhere. Like on my socials, on the thing, I'm like, yeah, Martin's getting it, dude. So like, it's awesome. You're out, you're bouncing around, traveling, interviewing people, doing this thing. So this is where you pop, dude. So hell yeah.
Martin Foster here live from the Military and Veteran Entertainment Awards being held at the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles. To my right, this stunning lady is Davina Wong, the co-host for tonight's awards, 20-year Air Force veteran. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Like, again, you look smashing. How excited were you to wear your dress tonight?
Oh, super excited. Anytime I get to glam up, I love it because I really don't. This is not me on a usual basis, for sure.
What were you more excited about, the dress or the shoes?
The dress.
Okay.
Definitely the dress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you're Air Force veteran. How excited and honored are you to be the co-host for tonight's event?
Oh, super honored. As just to be able to represent a military veteran, especially the Air Force, in this amazing event for the actors and the whole industry is just phenomenal.
Why do veteran stories, do you think, why do they matter now more than ever?
I actually think they matter all the time, but I think we're just now getting recognition, and people are now understanding that we matter, we exist. We're not behind the scenes, but our stories are really impactful with everything that's going on in the world today.
That's last question. Is there anyone that you're really excited about meeting or seeing tonight?
I'm gonna be honest, DB Sweeney.
Okay, really? Wow, that's Rain. That's awesome. Why?
The reason why is because I love The Cutting Edge. That's one of those movies that I grew up with.
That's the ice skating movie, right? Yeah. Wow. That is a deep cut. No, like that's a cutting edge. Wow, DB Sweeney. Wow. God, they fall in love, right? Or yeah.
But then the story is so cute, and I grew up watching that. I think that came out in like early 90s. So
Yeah, I was gonna say like 93, 94.
Yeah.
So we're around the same age, right? So wow. Well, I wish you the best of luck tonight. You were going to crush it, and I'm just proud of you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for what you do for the veteran community.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. That is a deep cut. That is a deep cut. Martin Foster here at the Military and Veteran Entertainment Awards. To my right is Staff Sergeant Garcia. Is that right? From
Yes, that's right.
United States Marine Corps.
Raw.
But you're not wearing the uniform tonight. You're wearing an absolute stunning dress.
Thank you so much. I know, usually when I attend these events, I'm in uniform because I probably wear the dress blues, well sought out after. But today I am in a gala dress because I'm one of the presenters.
And you look amazing. I didn't recognize you earlier because I was expecting the hair bun and everything else. So it caught me off guard.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's caught a lot of people off guard today, seeing me in something not of the usual attire. But needless to say, I look great too.
What shoes are you wearing?
Right now, I'm just wearing black Aldo shoes.
Okay.
They're gifted from my sister, so I love them dearly. She knows me so much, so they're perfect and super comfortable.
Awesome. Do you think, I just want to talk about social media real quick because you have a crazy, massive following. Do you think social media has helped veterans be better understood or made it harder to separate that from perception?
I actually love that question because I myself love social media, and that's the reason why I do love it. It's to spread awareness, especially for veterans, because it helps so much to spread everyone's unique story, right? And then you go out there and you see people with their unique stories and you sometimes relate to them. So those veterans and active duty members, they feel seen and they feel like they're part of a bigger community. So I do love social media for that.
What does authenticity mean to you?
It means being yourself and not copying everyone else and just not being afraid of speaking whatever it is that's on your mind, whether it's good or bad, because we're always so, I guess, how do I say it, caught up in everyone's world where we don't just say what everyone else doesn't want to because we're scared to not be accepted. So being authentic is being accepted and just going with it and having the courage to do so.
Who are you most excited to meet or see tonight?
Dennis.
Yeah, legendary actor, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
super legendary. I peeped at him earlier, so perfect. Beautiful to see him in real life.
What award are you presenting for?
Today, I'm going to be presenting the Best Male Actor.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Right on. Last question. What can I do for you? How can I best serve you?
By spreading my social media, because I do spread awareness for veterans and active duty right now. If you guys can follow me on Sergeant Garcia on Instagram, that'll be perfect.
Check her out.
Thank you.
Gina, I just got to start off. You are so beautiful. And every time I meet, we've met a couple years ago at MIG, but just everything you're doing with Penance for Vets, God, it's so good. How excited are you about tonight?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about tonight. This is the second annual MVE Awards. We were also involved last year. I think it's just an amazing opportunity for the creative veteran space to get together, honor those incredible veterans that are like just making an impact in the art. There's so many veterans that are involved in directing, acting, producing, editing. And I think that a lot of times people don't realize that. But I just know being in LA, I come across incredible veterans that are telling stories that need to be told. So I think tonight's a great way to honor it.
When did it actually hit you when you realized that what you do is making an impact with Pinups for Vets?
So I only expected to do what I do for 1 year. And then it turned into 20 years of my life. Wow. I think that probably, we do a lot of different things for the military community. One of the first things we did was donating so a local VA hospital could buy some rehab equipment. And that was kind of the whole intention initially of the organization. I think that made me realize, but also like when I first started making hospital visits, to be in the hospital with veterans that are going through really tough times, and to see that just like a smile and a little gift can really brighten their day and change their whole mood. I think that was, I don't know, pretty pivotal for me. And then I think third, when I started bringing female veterans into the hospital with me, I could see that veteran to veteran bond, something that I cannot provide because I'm not a veteran, but I saw the patients like light up when I would introduce, oh, this is so-and-so, she's a Marine, and just that incredible bond, because the organization initially, we didn't have female veterans in the calendar, but everything changed. So it was a big impact when I feel like we started involving female veterans in the organization. Yes, I have my whole like team, all my ambassadors. We have, I think, 11 ambassadors, and one of them is hosting. Davina's hosting.
That's right, yeah.
The event. She served 20 years in the Air Force.
Yes, and I just retired as well from the Air Force. But she doesn't look like she did 20 years.
It looks like she's...
Well,
yeah, I mean, she looks... I don't know how she does it. She's also a Pilates instructor, so maybe that helps. But there's really amazing people in this room today.
Okay, so the last time I talked to you 2 years ago, I asked you a question. I didn't like the answer, so I'm going to ask you again. I asked you, I said, if I was to pose for pinups for vets, like what month would I be? You said your birthday month, and I'm like, I don't like that answer. So I'm going to take it one step further. If I were to pose for pinups for vets, what would the theme of that,
The theme I would have to, well, first of all, if you didn't like your birthday month, which was what?
November.
Okay, so maybe now I would pitch you in. So Air Force birthday is September, right?
Yeah.
Right. So maybe I would put you in September, and I would have to know, like, if you could tell me like a couple of your hobbies, then I would maybe make a theme around
podcasting, obviously.
Oh, okay. So like maybe we can like pose you like with a mic, like like that, exactly, holding the mic. Yeah, I would do something that is meaningful to you.
Gina, thank you so much. I love it. Gina Elise, Pinups for Vets. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can I get a hug?
Yeah.
So good to see you.
I feel like it was so long ago we were in Atlanta together.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Foster. I am an Air Force veteran, host of Passing the Torch podcast. To my right is a previous guest within the past year, actor, Green Beret, football player, a man of so many. Nate Boyer, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
It's great, man.
Good to see you.
It's good to talk to you and just see you. That podcast was a year ago.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's crazy. So that week I released an episode with you and Kurt Warner, and people were like, "Oh my!" And between the two of you guys, I was getting nonstop requests like, "How did you get Nate Boyer? How did you get Kurt Warner?" And
Have you talked to Brenda Warner yet?
No, not yet.
Brenda's amazing. No offense to Kurt. Love Kurt.
Yeah.
But Brenda's incredible. She's a Marine herself, you know, and just a great person, very philanthropic and a little badass. That's what she is. So
tonight is such a fun night. What do you think is most fun about these type of events?
Oh, just getting around the community again like that, seeing guys you haven't seen in a while and celebrating ourselves. That's important. I think especially around something like Memorial Day, of course, we're remembering and honoring those that can't be with us, but we're celebrating them too. You know what I mean? And we were a part of that. And I think if they were here, they'd want us to also celebrate ourselves. And that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, you do so much work with the Global War on Terrorism Memorial Foundation. Shout out to Jennifer Blue and Michael Rodriguez.
Right.
How important are memorials to storytelling?
Oh, they're incredibly important. And the way that the GWAP memorial is being set up, it is a living memorial. You know what I mean? So there's storytelling within that, not just, and I'm not knocking other memorials, but like when you go and you see it, and like, for instance, Vietnam is incredibly impactful. Like those names on that wall, right? The World War II memorial, Korean War memorial, all these war memorials. But what's going to be unique about this one is it was a 20-year war. A much younger generation at this time is alive during that time. Yeah. And we want to make sure that younger generations continue to learn about these things, learn about other conflicts, of course, but know about this time that they maybe grew up in and didn't realize like how impactful this was. And, being able to have something that's interactive where you can learn more about like personal stories within that, I think is very special. So I'm excited about it.
Is there anyone that you're excited about meeting this evening?
Dennis Quaid, of course.
Did you ever get told that you look like him?
I actually do.
It didn't hit me just now.
That's
I know we talked about We talked about Thomas Hayden Church when you're on my podcast
Yes,
before.
yes. So Dennis Quaid. I get Dennis Quaid sometimes. I get Thomas Hayden Church, and I've gotten Sam Worthington. Those are the three that I've gotten. But Dennis he's a legend. I mean, I've seen most of his movies, if not all of his movies, and he's a Texan. You know what I mean? Which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just amazing that he's supporting this. Like, you know, that Joe Ramirez and this ideation and post 283 and kind of the genesis of a lot of this happening, and then bringing together the Hollywood community, and then getting those celebrities like him, getting Medal of Honor recipients like Gary Luttrell to join us.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty special, man. Really cool.
Nate, thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for everything you do with the veteran community, to include emerging veteran players.
Yeah. Of course.
So yeah, it's just great to see you.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Actor Poncho from Predator and Vietnam combat veteran Richard Chaves. It's great to see you, sir.
What a pleasure, man. God bless you for being here, and thank you for hanging out with a bunch of crazy vets, but some of the most incredible veterans in film, television, theater, and in front of the camera, behind the camera, are here tonight.
Absolutely.
And it's an honor to be here.
It's an honor to meet you. I have a couple things. I have to do this. I have to ask you.
No, of course.
I'm just going to say first, I'm scared, Poncho. And then also, I got one more. You got time to duck?
Right,
So, yeah.
right. You ain't
Classic.
afraid of no man.
What's your favorite line from that movie?
I got to tell you, I have some great lines from the movie. I'm truly blessed that I have some great lines in the movie. You know, I can make it. Maybe you better put her on a leash, Agent Man. Just so many of them. You're hit, you're bleeding. You got time to duck. Just so many of them. Truly blessed in that regard, you know?
All right. Are there any untold stories from Predator?
Boy, there are a bunch of them, and a lot of them I'm going to have to keep in my book, okay?
Yeah.
But I will tell you some wonderful experiences with everyone. I miss Carl Weathers. I miss Sonny Landham. And I truly miss Kevin Peter Hall. A lot of people don't know this, and this is a little tidbit. Kevin was perfectly proportioned, okay? Kevin was one of the most intelligent men I have ever met. We challenged the special effects guys, okay, Stan Winston's guys, when we were down in Chiapas, me, Shane Black, and Kevin, to a game of Trivia Pursuit. And Kevin said it wouldn't be fair, guys. It wouldn't be fair. What the hell are you talking about? He goes, I know all the answers.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to play with us, man. Are you kidding? So he finally capitulated. We destroyed them.
Nice.
And Kevin Peter Hall knew all of the answers to Trivia Pursuit. That's what kind of an incredible mind and person that he was. Very intelligent.
Thanks for that exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
You co-created Tracers based on your Vietnam experiences. Did storytelling become healing for you?
There was no question about it. I did.
Oh my God.
Finish your interview.
Okay. Oh, I love that dress.
It's a great dress.
Yes. Yes, it was an exorcism. Okay. And I learned how to act. And I'd been to school at Occidental College at the Actors Studio, but it really set me in good stead. I learned something called technique. And one of the actors that I admired that helped us on the play, Franklin Seals, graduate of Juilliard, I came off stage one night, brother, about the second or third week, November of 1980. And boy, I was hot. I was cooking, man. I mean, it was great. And I went up to Franklin Seals. God bless you, Franklin. And I said, Franklin, I felt great tonight, great tonight. He said, get away from me. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Please go away. And I go, what? You got to tell me. He walked away again. I kept following me, turned all of a sudden. And he says to me, Richard, you cannot cry in every scene. There's a thing called technique, okay? And that was one of the greatest lessons that anyone could have paid me as an actor. But it was an exorcism. It saved all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, at the time. So, and a blessing.
Thank you for sharing that, and just for that advice for young actors everywhere. That's fantastic advice. Last question, because they're trying to usher us out of here.
Yeah.
I need you to settle this dispute. Who had the bigger arms?
Arnold.
Versus Jesse Ventura?
Jesse was called, and I love you, Jesse. I love you, baby.
Do you have an impression of him by chance, or either one of them?
Say again?
Do you do impressions of Arnold or Jesse?
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
But I will say this, excuse me.
You got time to sneeze?
Yeah, I got time to sneeze, man. But Jesse, God bless him. To me, he's not Jesse the body anymore. He's Jesse the mouth. I'm sorry I had to say that, Jesse. I know you're going to get me for that, but no way on God's green earth was his arms bigger than Arnold's. He only wished that he could be as successful and incredible, but I give Jesse an enormous amount of credit. He became a governor. Arnold became a governor. I do not know of any other movie where there are two governors. So, in a way, I love you, Jesse. I love you, Arnold. But it was Arnold, without question.
Richard, thank you so much for your service, and just thank you everything you do for the veteran community. It's fantastic to see you here tonight, and thanks again. Just thank you for your time.
You're absolutely. It was my pleasure, by the way.
Appreciate it. Let me get this out of my hand. Yeah, thank you so much.
God bless you.
When I saw you, I'm a huge fan of Predator. I was like, oh my God.
Thank
Martin Foster here at the Military and Veteran Entertainment Awards. To my right is DB Sweeney. Man, it is so good to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here. You know, what a night to celebrate all these amazing people, and I'm really thrilled to be here.
What inspires you most, compelled to support the military community?
Well, I never wore the uniform myself, so I feel like I get a lot of the benefits of this great country. And I wanted to, when I started doing military events, I wanted to sort of like give back and support it. And now, selfishly, I get more out of it than I give. I think I meet these young people that have put on the uniform, raise their hand, take an oath, and I'm just inspired that we're still a country with all our problems that we still can create these kinds of young people.
So I just retired back in November after 23 years, and I love the support that when I see actors or just people in the entertainment industry. It means a lot when we see just that group of people at these events. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's great timing. You know, it's Fleet Week here in LA, and I got to go on the USS Essex today.
Oh, wow.
Which was really exciting. It's the Marines would call it their taxi cab. I guess I take it you're Air Force veteran. Yeah. So it's always fun to hear the banter of rivalries between the various services. And it's just great to see everybody out here being saluted, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
The co-host tonight is Davina Wong. She's an Air Force veteran. I spoke with her earlier. I asked her, I said, what are you most excited about tonight? Corey Feldman is here. Gene Simmons is going to be here. Dennis Quaid. She said she's most excited because you're going to be here.
Oh, that's so sweet of her to say. Dennis and I both live in Nashville, so I get to play golf with him once in a while. But it's always great to visit with him. I've never met Gene Simmons. That's very exciting. As a kid from Long Island, I mean, Kiss. How do you top Kiss?
Yeah, I mean, so would you say that you are a veteran? Technically, if you were in the Kiss Army, that makes you a military.
Absolutely. That's the only veteranship I can claim is Kiss Army. Yeah. I want to rock and roll all night, party every day.
DB Sweeney, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time.
Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, of course. In a world full of noise.
Okay.
What kind of message do you feel country music still delivers better than anything else?
Country music gonna tell the truth. Whether it's happy, sad, cheating, married, Jesus, mama, beer, America, country music gonna tell the truth. That's what we need is the truth.
Yeah. What's the most meaningful conversation you've had with a veteran after a performance?
Oh, all of them. All of them. Are you kidding me? All of them mean so much.
Your music connects strongly with military families.
Okay.
Why do you think those audiences respond with you so quickly?
Well, my dad was Air Force.
That's right.
So, I mean, I got yelled at just like your daddy yelled at you. I know how to make a bed just like you do, tight. So I think we just have a DNA that people understand. And I've been lucky enough to write songs that say what people want to say, but maybe they don't know how.
Yeah.
And so I just have that gift that God gave me. So I'm going to make music for us.
Yeah, just last question. And your family history goes back to the 1500s, right? With
Right.
the military history.
Right. No, we come from a military family, a long lineage for sure. And I think it has standards, it has morals, it has hard work. And it has, at the bottom of everything, service. You have to have the right heart. And everybody in this room has that heart.
Yeah.
And I think that's rare. That's what makes tonight beautiful. We're not here for a funeral. We're not here for a service. We're here for the awards, for everybody to be celebrated and have fun.
Obviously, Red, White, and Blue is like a monster hit. It's connected with me, and I get emotional just thinking about it. I also love the song that you can't spell hero without
Spell hero without hurt.
Yeah, and just thank you for what you do to support just all men and women.
Oh man,
you recognize so many people and support so much. So just thank you. I appreciate it.
Honor to do it.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Nice job.
Hey, thanks, man.
Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to go perform. That's why we had to do this real quick.